Hello and welcome to another video by Day Night Gaming. This video will be showcasing how to copy hotbars from one class to another in the MMORPG known as Final Fantasy XIV. So with a new expansion or patch always looming on the horizon, I wanted to showcase how to copy hotbars from one job to another. Now, in this current case right now, I'm currently on a pugilist, which is one of the basic starting classes that you can create. Now, a good example of this is after you hit level 30 for these basic classes, you can obtain soul crystals which will change your class or job into the advanced version. So here I've changed from pugilist to monk, but as you can see here, I do not have any hotbars for my monk. Even though they share all the same basic starting skills, my monk has no hotbars. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a macro, and I'm going to show you how this is. So as you can see here, it's / hotbar copy old one to new one. Now old we're going to be replacing with the old class, and new we're going to be replacing with the new class. And those numbers signify which hotbar we want to copy. So I'm going to change old into pugilist, or PGL for short. You can fully type out the name of the class, or you can type in its abbreviation. So here I'm going to just use the 3-letter abbreviation. And new I'm going to replace with the new class, which is going to be monk. So you're going to have to do this every time you change it. So I just put in old and new as frames of reference, so whenever I do this hotbar, I can kind of remember what goes where. So as you can see here, now it says / hotbar copy pugilist 6 monk 6, or whatever hotbar number. Now we're going to execute, and as you can see here, now my monk has the same hotbars that my pugilist had. Of course, monk has more abilities as you level up, so you can go ahead and add those as you play. But at least now you have a starting base, so you don't have to kind of try to remember where all the skills went. You can just quickly change your hotbars. Now I'm going to remove all these skills out of my monk, and then I'm going to show you the macro again, just so you can see how easy it is to do this. So once again, my monk now doesn't have any hotbars. I'm going to swap to pugilist, as you can see. Back to monk. Monk doesn't have any hotbars. Execute the macro, boom, now I have all my pugilist abilities on my monk. Alright, but it doesn't just stop there. You can use this macro for classes that aren't associated with each other. So let's say you were leveling up your blacksmith, and then after that you've been playing it for a while, you have abilities, and then you leveled up culinarian. Culinary doesn't have any hotbars because let's say you power leveled it all the way up. So here we can change that, so we can use old, which is BSM. We'll replace all of our old classes in the macro. And under new, we're going to replace it with culinarian, or cul. Now remember, these classes are completely different classes, but it's still going to copy the abilities over. So as you can see here, I have the macro ready to go. I'm going to copy my blacksmith's macros into my culinarian, and then I'm going to execute. And you're going to notice that once I do this, even though the icons are different, it's going to change them because the ability names are still the same. So now that I've executed, as you can see here, my culinarian now has my blacksmith hotbars, but it even changed the icon visual because coding wise, they're still the same ability. Alright, but now we can take it even one more step further. Let's say I play my paladin, and these are my abilities, and I'm going to switch to a very similar class, which is a warrior. They're both tanks, and I want my abilities to be roughly in the same spot. Now I'm going to copy my paladin hotbar into my warrior. Now remember, my paladin skills and my warrior skills are completely different, but the classes play very similarly, so I can use my paladin as a template. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the old section, I'm going to put paladin, and in the new section I'm going to put warrior. Now remember, the skills are different, the names are different, so you're going to have to completely replace them, but at least now you have a template so you know where to put things so that the classes when you play them can flow the same. That way your muscle memory doesn't have to change from class to class when it's the same role. So as you can see here, I copied my paladin into my warrior. All my paladin skills of course are grayed out because I cannot use them. My role actions are still the same, so my rampart and my arm's length and all that stuff, they're still lit, so I can keep those. So I'm going to open up my action and traits, and I'm going to drag and drop, and I'm going to replace all my paladin skills with their warrior counterparts. So the combo starter, heavy swing, I'm going to put into my combo starter where my paladin used to be. My tank stance, my defiance is going to go into where my paladin stance was. And I'm just going to drag and drop and replace all the grayed out skills with my warrior skills. So when I actually play my warrior, my muscle memory on my fingers are going to be pressing the same buttons roughly. Now there are of course different nuances between each of the classes, so there will be some adjustment, but overall when I'm playing it's going to be very similar. Now this will take some time to drag and drop them, but at least you don't have to spend the multiple days of remastering your muscle memory. And yeah, this is the easy way to easily transition from class to class within a very specific role. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to actually do that step by step. So at the bottom right of your screen you should see these red circles unless you've changed your HUD. And we want to find the farthest right one titled System. And then after you click that, we're going to scroll up to User Macros. Once we get there, I recommend using the Shared tab. And pick a slot number of 1 through 99. For this one, I picked slot 9. After that, go ahead and select the icon to fill for it. Then in the name, go ahead and put in something like copy hotbar. It's up to you. Then go ahead and copy and paste the macro into the box below. After that, right click the icon and copy, and then select a different box and paste it. From here, retitle it into something like temp hotbar and change the icon to something that we know we can use to delete later. So now we're going to decide which hotbars to copy. You have 10 hotbars available to you. Each one of them are numbered. In this example, we have 6 hotbars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you have more, that's totally okay. Just go ahead and make more lines of this. Next, we're going to place old with the name of the original class that you're going to be sourcing the hotbars from. In our previous example, it was Pugilist that we were going to use as the base class, and then we were going to copy that into a monk. So replace old with that original first class. After that, we're going to replace new with the name of the new class. So in our original example, we went from Pugilist into monk. So for that reference, we would replace new with monk. Alright, so using this as an example, we're going to replace all instances with the word old and change it into the word Pugilist or PG. And then after that, we're going to change all of the instances that say new into monk. So remember, it's going to be copying Pugilist onto our newly unlocked monk job. And here we go. This is an example of copying Pugilist hotbars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 into monk's hotbars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, consider hitting that thumbs up, hitting that subscribe button, and ringing that bell for future notifications notifications on videos that I might be posting in the future. And in case you're interested in supporting the channel even more, I do have a merch website at streamlabs.com/DNGdangerous/merch. And until next time, take care. Goodbye.